Hello, I'm Sojourner Jones from Detroit Wayne Integrated Health Network, and today I'll be talking you through or walking you through how to complete a transport order. A transport order is a tool that probate court offers to assist persons who may be experiencing a mental health crisis. This order allows for a person to be transported by law enforcement to the closest emergency department or crisis stabilization unit for a psychological assessment. This assessment will determine what services, if any, the person may need to address their ongoing psychological needs. For the purposes of this video, these transport orders are for adults only, 18 years of age and older. Next, you will hear from Christina Morgan from Wayne County Probate Court Behavioral Health Unit, who will walk you through step-by-step on how to complete this document. Thank you for stopping by and inquiring about transport orders, and we wish you luck.
Hello, my name is Christina Morgan, and I am the Behavioral Health Unit Manager for the Wayne County Probate Court. I will assist you today in completing the forms necessary to request a transport order. You may first start by going to the Wayne County Probate Court's website, which is www.wcpc.us. Once you get to the website, which is here, you will navigate to the Forms section and go to Probate Court Forms. The first form that you will need to fill out is the Petitioner Filing Cover Sheet. That form informs the court of all of your information so that we may contact you in order to schedule a hearing. Please complete your name, your phone number, your email address if you have one, your attorney number if you are an attorney, a case number if you have it. If not, do not worry about this field. A judge if you have it. If not, do not worry about this field. The primary document or filing name is the PCM 201. Other related documents, there will be one other document that you will need to complete, and that is the MC 97. You will not need an updated letter of authority. You will check the box for emergency hearing requested and any further information if you need to. That is the first form that is necessary in order to file. The next form that you will require, or that is required, will be right back at the top under Forms, Scale Approved Forms, the MC 97 Protected Personal Identifying Information Form. This form is in order to provide information, additional information about the person who you are requesting the transport order for. The court's address, if you need it, is 2 Woodward Avenue. This information is not necessary. However, you may put that information if you wish. The court's telephone number is not necessary. The plaintiff or petitioner would be you. Please put that information in this box. The defendant or respondent's name is the person you are requesting a transport order for. Please put that information in this box. In the matter of, you can put here transport. The name of the form or document that the MC 97 is being filed with is the PCM 201. Please also place your name in this space as the person who is petitioning the individual. This section here is for all the information that you may have on the person that you are requesting the transport for. Please complete as much information as you have. If you don't have something, that is fine. The court will be able to proceed without it. Once that form is completed, you will also need the last and final form, which is the PCM 201. You go to Forms and then Michigan mental health forms. And the first form that comes up is the petition for mental health treatment. That is the PCM 201. This box here would be left blank, as well as the court's address. And the matter of is for the information of the person that you are petitioning. The court or ORI is not necessary. The place of birth, if you know it, should be put here. The race of the individual should be put here. The sex of the individual should be placed here. Section number 1 would be for your name first. And then you would specify how you are related or how you know the person who you are requesting the transport order for. So this section, as indicated below, can be any of the following. I believe the individual above needs treatment. Next, section number 2, you put where they reside, what county. For our purposes, it would be Wayne, and then you would put their address if they have one. If they are homeless, you would indicate homeless on this line or their address. This section here is extremely important because it lets a peace officer know where the individual can be found. This is the last known information you have for the individual as to where they are located. So their address may be above, but they may be at a different location, and you would specify that here. Next, section number 3. I believe the individual has mental illness, and this is to let the court know what it is you believe is going on with the individual and what you anticipate may happen in the near future if they do not receive treatment. You may select any or all of these boxes if you need to. Just one has to be selected, but all 3 may apply. Section number 4 is for you to inform the court of what you have witnessed or known about this individual that leads you to believe that they may need to be evaluated by a psychiatrist. Any of these things, all of these things, anything else that you have observed, you would put here. If someone has told you about the behavior of an individual, you can put that information here. And you can put their name and address here. The second sheet would be for you to indicate in section 5, any other interested parties in these proceedings and who they are in relation to the person you are requesting the transport for. You may put their information in these boxes, their relationship, their address, and their telephone number, although this information is not necessary. If the individual has a guardian and you are aware of it, you may put the guardian's name, county, where the guardianship was established, and the case number if you have that information. If not, you can simply leave this area blank. For section number 6, the individual is or is not a veteran. This information, again, is optional if you know it. If not, you may leave it blank, or you may select either box if you know for sure if the person is or is not a veteran. Box number 7, you would skip. That information is not necessary. Number 8 is also a section that you may skip. It is not necessary. Right under number 8, I request. This is the information that you will complete. For box A, you will select this if the person who you are requesting a transport order for is willing to go for a transport with a court order, and they will allow you to transport them. We would like for you to have the individual screened at one of 2 crisis centers, Team Wellness, which is located on the east side, or COPE, which is located on the west side of the county. You may specify Team Wellness or COPE. If the individual will not go for a transport, or will not go for an examination without a court order and without someone actually physically taking them, and you need a police officer to take the individual, you will check box B. Peace officer take the individual into protective custody and transport the individual to. The individual will again go to a crisis center, either Team Wellness on the east side of the county or COPE on the west side of the county. And you can put that information here, or you can leave it blank. Number 9, I request the court to determine the individual to be a person requiring treatment and to order A, B, or C. Hospitalization only, a combination of hospitalization and assisted outpatient treatment, or C, assisted outpatient treatment without hospitalization. Please note that, as Sojourner said, this request for transport is simply for an evaluation by a psychiatrist. These boxes may or may not apply to the person you are requesting the transport for. While you may check one of these boxes for the judge to consider, please note that a psychiatrist has to make the recommendation that this is actually what is necessary before it will be granted. You may also select box 10 if you would like the individual to remain under a doctor's care until a hearing is scheduled. Once you have completed these sections, you will date the form here, sign the form here. If you do not have access to an electronic signature, you may sign the form with a backslash, an S, backslash, and then your name. Please ensure that you complete your address here, your city, state, and zip code, and it is very imperative that we have a phone number for you. Once this form has been completed, you may email it or fax it to the court. Our email address is bhu@wcpc.us. You may also email mentalhealth@wcpc.us, or you may fax the form to 313-967-4013.
You may also file a transport order request by bringing the completed transport order, petition, and accompanying forms to the Coleman A. Young Municipal Center, located at 2 Woodward Avenue. The Behavioral Health Unit of the Wayne County Probate Court is located in room 902 on the City of Detroit side.
Expectations once you complete the transport order request is that this will be processed as an emergency hearing. If it is being filed Monday through Friday, it will be heard normally on the same day. Unless it is later in the day, it will be scheduled for the next business day. Please keep in mind that the court is not open on weekends or holidays. Once the petition has been received, the court will contact you in order to hold a hearing via Zoom, where you will need to log in and testify as to the necessity for a transport order. Please keep in mind that you must provide an email address or phone number so that Zoom instructions can be sent to you. If we do not have your information, we will not be able to schedule a hearing for you. Please ensure that you have working equipment such as a cell phone, a tablet, or a computer in order to log in. Your camera being on is not necessary, but it will be necessary that you have an audio connection. And now I will turn it over to Sojourner, who will finish up the presentation.
Thank you so much, Christina. We hope this information we have provided for you is a necessary tool to be able to assist you and or your loved one or concerned person who may need some additional assistance. We want to also remind you that this is just a transport for an examination. Transport orders that are issued can be rendered and taken to law enforcement to be picked up, and it is a 10-day window, but you will be given further instructions once you attend the court hearing. Again, thank you so much. I'm Sojourner Jones from Detroit Wayne Integrated Health Network. My telephone number is 313-585-4775. And Christina Morgan?
You may contact the probate court at bhu@wcpc.us or mentalhealth@wcpc.us.
We thank you and have a wonderful day.